I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing, in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady.
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he is returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? For indeed, I promise to eat all of his killing.
He hath done good service, lady, in these wars.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between them.
Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
I see, lady, the gentleman is not in your books.
No, an he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio. If you have caught the Benedict, it'll cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I'll hold friends with you, lady.
Good Signor Leonato, you are come to meet your trouble.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think that is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulder for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she has her meat food to feed as Signor Benedict?
I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for such a face as yours.
Well, you're a rare parrot, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
This is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell her you shall stay here at the least a month.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please at your grace, lead on.
Benedict, didst thou not the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Why, I faith, meeting she is too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that she were no other than she is. She were handsome, and being no other than she is, I do not like her.
So thinkest I'm in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her, that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yeah, and a case to put it in too.
In mine eye, she's the sweetest lady that I ever looked on.
I see no such matter, there's her cousin. And if she were not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty, as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself. Thou hast sworn the contrary. If he will be my wife.
Is it come to this, I faith? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Go to, I faith, and thou wilt me thrust thy neck into a yoke. Where the print of it, in sight away Sundays.
What secret had held you here that followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
He's in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If this were so, so were the third.
A man if you love her, for the lady is very well.